Hi, I'm just going to go through a few features of your new computers and show you where you can find some of your settings that might be useful to you. So first settings that I'll show you is for your desktop display. You can personalize your picture by right-clicking on your desktop and going to personalize. You'll find some options here for themes and how you want your taskbar to appear. And then over here you can choose the picture that you want to have as your background or just do a solid color. Um, it's considered a display setting. You can decide how you want to project your screen to your students. So if you hold down the function key, which is to the right of control, it's the FN, hold down function F4, a menu will pop up. So you can either choose to duplicate your screen or you can extend your screen. So duplicate is like mirroring, where your students would see exactly the same thing that you're seeing on your desktop. And extend means that it's acting as two different monitors. So you could be viewing something on your desktop that's different than what students are seeing on your smartboard. So the benefit to that would be like if you're showing part of a movie, you could have that being shown on your smartboard while you're able to check email or do other work on your desktop, and it won't interfere with what the students are seeing. Or if you're having students do like a Kahoot quiz, but you want to see some of the statistics on the teacher side, you could have that on your desktop while the students are just seeing the game side. So that's the extended view, and it works like it would if you had two monitors. So when your window is open, you just drag it to the right and then keep going and it'll slide it over onto your smartboard. So you just kind of keep moving it to the right until it's off of this monitor and you'll see it display on your other screen. But like I said, you're probably most familiar with duplicate. That's like mirroring. That's probably what you're most used to if you have a smartboard currently. So I have this one set to duplicate. You can also access that setting if you don't have one of the new keyboards that has that function key. You can access that by right-clicking on your desktop and then go to display settings. Here it shows your screens. So this is set to duplicate. If you change it to extend, then it shows two different screens because they can be different. You can decide which one is going to be your primary screen. So what that means is whichever one is set to your primary screen, that's where any new windows are going to open to. So my recommendation would be to just have screen 1, which is your desktop, be set as your primary. But if you wanted screen 2 to be set, then when you open a new tab or a new window, it would display directly to your smartboard or to your projector. It's kind of weird to get used to that because like your mouse is over there and stuff, but you can kind of play around with it and see which you prefer. But you can switch, like I said, between them in this drop down here. Some other settings that are in here are your power and sleep. So setting how long before your computer goes to sleep or turns off. There's some additional settings in here. I haven't changed any of those yet on mine. I've just left it as the default settings and it's been fine. But this is if you want to kind of go through and just check your notifications, make sure most of those are turned off. And the other features in here, these are your desktop settings. You will find in your start menu here, this looks a little bit different than before. So it's organized by recently added applications, most used, and then it's alphabetical after that. So if you click on a letter, it takes you to the alphabet. So you can jump around to different applications. If you don't really like this alphabetical part, then you can customize this kind of toolbar or tool window to the right side to be your most frequently used application. So if I don't want something on here that is defaulted to here, you can right click and choose unpin from start and it disappears. It's still over here, but it's not on my favorites over on this side. And if I want to add something to this side, then you just drag it, drop it, and now it's added to your, I consider it like a favorites menu on this side. So go ahead and customize that with some of your favorite things. Otherwise, I mean, go ahead and obviously use them over here too. It's whatever your preference is. You'll want to make sure that your time and date are set correctly. So those are in the bottom right corner. And you can find that in your settings, time and language. Make sure it's set to the set time automatically and central time. And then this is where your other Windows settings are too. So devices, network, your user account. That's where you might want to add in sign-in options. You can add a password to your computer. So even though you're not signing in with your network ID, you can still lock it so that the staff login requires a password. Okay, and then the last thing I wanted to show you is that, like I said, you're not logging in with your network ID, so you can either log in as staff or as substitute teacher. So the benefit to that is that you can customize that substitute teacher desktop to be using kind of the you could customize that desktop to include things that you want the substitute teacher to have access to. So any smart notebook files, or you can set the Google Chrome bookmarks to be specific for substitute teachers, or if you want Infinite Campus on there, whatever applications you want them to have, you can pin to that desktop so that when they log in, they see all the things they need right away. Jim helped me create the shortcut on here, so that's an option too that we can help you do. You can create this shortcut folder on your own staff desktop so that then any links or files that I drag into this folder will also automatically appear on the substitute teacher desktop. So it's just kind of a time saver if you're going to use that. You could also just have them log in as staff. That's fine too. So I think that's all I had to show you for now, but if you feel like you want extra training on how to use some of these features or settings, just reach out to Jim or I, and we can set a time to come and show you some more things. All right, thanks.